Welcome back to another episode of Rashley's Barbecue. I'm Randy. Today we're going to be cooking up some big old pork ribeye chops. Nice thick ones, picked them up yesterday. We're going to be seasoning it up with some Montreal steak seasoning and some Chupacabra rub. Good stuff. These chops, nice big thick chops. Whoa, don't drop it. Over 2 fingers wide, nice thick chops. It's gonna be great. Using the Chupacabra, it's gonna give it a layer of flavor. The Montreal steak seasoning is gonna give it another layer of flavor and another layer of texture. It's a coarser grind. Y'all stay tuned. I'll finish warming up the Yoder. We'll come back and season these chops in just a minute. All right, we got that Chupacabra rub. Gonna hit the steaks with that. Ribeye chops, rather. They look just like a ribeye steak. Get both sides. Just love the flavor profile of this Chupacabra. This is probably one of my favorite rubs. Although you probably heard me say that many times. Go ahead and hit it with some of this Montreal steak seasoning. Different layer of flavor. The salt, especially in this Montreal, is a coarser grind. These are really thick chops, so they can take a lot of seasoning without being overpowered. We're going to be cooking with hickory, Lumberjack Hickory pellets. We'll just put some Chupacabra on the sides there. Kind of get that stuff that's already on the pan there, use it. All right. So there you go. We're ready to put those on the grill. The grill's running at about 250, so everything's ready to go. On the Yoder, if you're familiar with it, it has an upper and lower shelf. We'll pull you into a picture of that in just a second. We're going to be cooking on the upper shelf at 250 degrees. Lower shelf's down here. It's the standard shelf. I have the optional upper shelf too. We're going to be cooking up here on the upper shelf. A little bit less radiant heat. I'm going to go ahead and put the probe in the center chop here right in the middle, just to kind of keep an idea where it's at. We're going to try to cook these to an internal temp of about 140 degrees. Pull them off. They'll carry over to about 145. Hopefully that'll leave them nice and moist on the inside. We'll be back to check on them in a little while. Y'all stay tuned. All right, we're back. I got a little distracted. The ribeye chops are up to about 143 degrees, but I'm going to go ahead and put barbecue sauce on one of them for my wife, and we're going to let them go just a little bit longer and pull them off. They'll still be good. All right, put the sauce on that one pork chop. We let it go just long enough to kind of thicken up the sauce just a little bit. Like I say, I got distracted. The temperature got a little high on me too quick. So I'm not going to leave them too long. I want to go ahead and pull them off before we dry them out. They're at about 145, 147 right now. So that means they're going to finish around 150, and I was looking for 145, but yeah, that's okay. Let's go ahead and get them off, get them inside, slice one, and take a look, see what we have. One final temp check. We're using the ThermalWorks Thermal Pop today. Yeah, 146, 145. So I'm about 5 degrees higher than I wanted to be. We're just going to go ahead and get them off. Put the Yoder into the shutdown cycle and turn off the ThermalWorks Smoke. The remote thermometer we were using today is the ThermalWorks Smoke. For a final check, we use the ThermalWorks Thermopop. Nice tools for keeping track of your temperature by ThermalWorks. All right, we got those chops inside. Look at that, nice smoked chop. Let's go ahead and cut into this thing and see what we got. I already cut one with no audio, so let's try it again with the audio running. There it is. Hopefully you can see that moisture running out of it. Real nice. Cut off a little chunk here and let's take a taste test. The Chupacabra, my favorite rub of all. The Montreal steak seasoning gives that extra layer texture. I can taste the larger granules of seasoning in it. Oh, that is really good. Nice and juicy, even though I got distracted and overcooked it just a little bit. It's still very, very good. So there you go. Pork chops. Ribeye chops, and they're about 2 inches thick, more or less. Smoked on the Yoder YS640 using hickory pellets. Smoked at about 250 degrees on the top shelf until it got to an internal temperature of 145 to 146. We pulled it. With overshoot, it probably got close to 150, but it still was nice and juicy, as you can see. Excellent flavor. Just going to be a good meal. We're going to do some green beans and mashed potatoes, plate it all up, and have lunch. So thanks for joining us on Rashley's BBQ. We hope y'all will come back next time. Until then, we'll see y'all later on down the road. Adios.